So I'm excited to have been sworn in this morning as the Undersecretary for Marketing and Regulatory Programs, and looking forward to getting on board first thing tomorrow morning.
You actually take off later today, is that correct, and get to work at 8 a.m.?
And that's correct. We're going to leave here later this afternoon, get to DC, and be ready to be there first thing in the morning to get right to work.
As you prepare to get to work, let's have you reflect a little bit on the last, you've been the longest serving Director of Agriculture in Nebraska's history. Talk about the things that you're most proud of that you achieved while at the Department of Agriculture in Nebraska.
Well, a lot of what we've been able to accomplish at the Department of Agriculture has been dependent on the team that I've had around me. And so the priorities that we've implemented have been a direct correlation to things that I prioritize, but also their strengths. So some of the things we've done with livestock friendly and trying to grow Nebraska agriculture, the things we've done to brand Nebraska as a provider of high quality commodities and finished goods, especially our beef has been a product of the efforts of the staff as well. And then also just to be able to maintain a high level of fair and equal representation for farmers and ranchers that need some regulatory help as well.
What has been maybe one of your most proud projects that you were able to do in your time there at the Department of Agriculture?
I think maybe if I look back on my most memorable event, or I don't know if achievement's the right word, but when the Japan market opened at Christmas time or right before Christmas in 2005, we were able to be there. We had the first beef served in Tokyo that year. We actually carried on to the plane 2 boxes of beef that we delivered to the restaurant in Tokyo where we held the event.
So that had to be a special moment, but you'll continue to have those moments in your new position in Washington, D.C. Was there anything about the previous administration's work, I'm sure you worked with them on a weekly or daily basis in the role that you'll next serve as, that you want to do differently?
Well, I think that I'm very familiar with the role and the mission area of marketing and regulatory programs, and it's very similar to some of my experiences and the roles I played here in Nebraska. Plant and animal health, working to negotiate and work between packers and farmers, and then also in some of the promotional programs that we've done here in Nebraska relied on the Ag Marketing Services program. So very familiar, excited to get in, learn more about things, and excited to move to the next level. We promoted Nebraska agriculture, now we're going to promote U.S. agriculture.
Secretary Perdue said that he went to the heartland to find people with a heart for agriculture, and you from Sumner, Nebraska, obviously you spent the last few years in Lincoln, but now headed to Washington, D.C. How's that feel to be a farmer from Sumner, Nebraska, and now headed to D.C. to represent farmers all across Nebraska and the United States?
Well, I'm very proud of the fact that my children represent the 5th and 6th generations of our family farm to be in agriculture in our community in Sumner. And also, Sumner has played a very crucial role even while I've been Director of Agriculture. Going back there, it was always able to be grounded again and remember that it's friends and neighbors and family that I'm working for, that we need to make a difference and improve their lives and well-being if at all possible. That's my job, and so that's going to be the same thing still. Hope to get back to Sumner once in a while for them to remind me that this is where Greg comes from and this is what Greg represents.
As you do leave Nebraska, your position is now coming open. Have you been part of that process of as Governor Ricketts looks for your replacement, or did you have advice for who to look for in that kind of capacity?
Well, Governor Ricketts has been very kind and very deferential to this process, and he really is starting his process to find a successor today. And I know that there's lots of great people in Nebraska that will step in and have their own vision and priorities for the department, and they'll do great things for Nebraska agriculture as well.